Straight off the dome, I'm not sponsored by Apple. Obviously, don't know if I needed to say that. Don't know if that's clear. But this is solely for work and school. Honestly, I don't like Apple, but that's another story for another day. That's another story for another video. Not right now. I'm also prefacing that this is a trigger warning. I will definitely be saying language that could come across as disturbing to you as the viewer, so please watch yourself. But, you know, I said what I needed to say, and let's dive right into what we need to talk about, because this is news that has saddened me very deeply. There has been another death towards a Black man, unfortunately. This time it's Kyle Bassinga from Marietta, Georgia. He was reported missing February 15th, and then days later authorities found his body hanging from a tree in a forest. This hits me personally because I have family in Marietta. I'm from Florida, and every time we needed to evacuate, we would go to Marietta to this side of the family. I remember going on walks and going to the stores and just having this understanding of the community that's there, and it's a good community. And to now think of that place with this death and with this reminder of how little the country cares about Black people, it's disheartening, for sure. And the worst part is that Kyle isn't alone. Within the past 4 months or so, there's been 3 deaths of Black men specifically dying because they were hung from trees. What are we doing? Like, what is going on? I just need to clarify something real quick. Black people do not hang themselves from trees. So whatever happened to these men, I fear there's more to their stories than just simply ruling them off as suicides. You don't believe me? Well, let's look at the history of lynchings in America together. According to the NAACP, the definition of lynching is the public killing of an individual who has not received any due process of law. So this is often carried out by mobs, or even police officers can get involved, but really this is a form of racial violence towards Black Americans. So anyone who is Black, who looks Black, who supports Black people, we are all subject to this archaic form of capital punishment. You're probably asking why? Why would someone take all this time and energy to do such a thing? And honestly, I can't really answer that question fully because I feel there's no justification for this at all. But to have a better understanding, let's look at the Reconstruction era, which was right after the Civil War, when Black people are not enslaved anymore. The Supreme Court case Dred Scott versus Sanford has been replaced by the 14th Amendment, in which we are citizens with the right to vote. So we're involved in political affairs now. We can build schools. A lot of HBCUs were being established at this point. And we're just bettering ourselves from literally toiling the fields all day to being proper citizens in American society. But it was a group of people who did not like that. They were white Southerners, white male Southerners specifically, especially. They literally saw us as their sources of income. And mind you, we fueled the American economy. We were the major driving force of America becoming the global power that it is due to slavery. So for them to see their money going away from them, they did not like that at all. And it was this white backlash and this feeling that they need to reestablish white supremacy, and that's how we have lynchings. According to the Equal Justice Initiative, and I'm going to read this word from word, Vigilantes whipped and lynched black freedmen who argued with employers, left the plantations where they were contracted to work, or displayed any economic success of their own. White terror groups also focused intense energy on imposing their own vision of a righteous society. So these are innocent people being lynched, which was a violent tool to spread white supremacist nationalism in post-Civil War America. This means that if you spoke disrespectfully, if you were in the way walking on a sidewalk, if you just looked at a white person weirdly, black Americans were subject to being lynched. This was obviously a way to fearmonger, to terrorize, and to just violate black people. And unfortunately, these sentiments continue to today because America does a fantastic job of bringing this awful, extreme rhetoric and just refashioning it to different systems of oppression. So, just so you know, Mississippi, Georgia, and Louisiana had the highest numbers of lynchings. And mind you, Trey Reed is from Mississippi and Kyle Bassinga is from Georgia. What's up with that? I fear the patterns are aligning too well. And the unique part about lynching in particular is that this is publicized. This is a way for the public, for society to see black Americans as inferior, to paint them in a certain negative light, and to be shown as people to not take seriously. Notice how the media covers events and allows racist language to fly, and we express outrage as we should. But the real question is, what is the media not showing us? And what is it that we don't even really think about or really know because they're underreporting it? There is an astonishing absence of any effort to acknowledge, discuss, or address lynching from a government standpoint. I want to clarify again that we don't really know, right? We don't have all of the story. We don't have a lot of the truth. I just think as well it's important to not get caught up in the spectacle of the story. Yes, there is a shock factor. I am shocked, but let's not get caught up in just us feeling shocked and the reminder that these are people. These are people with families who had goals and dreams, aspirations, motivations to do things, and they will never continue to pursue them because of whatever has happened to them. And I give my deepest condolences to anyone who lost someone this way. And we will continue as a community to demand answer from the authorities. Say their names: Torrance, Trey, Kyle. We remember you. Okay, I know, really dismal stuff here, but we must have these hard conversations, you guys. There's no way we could grow and learn and do better by not addressing the past and our history and understanding the violent wrongs that we have done. We have to address the problem in order to solve it. And this is what this video is serving to do in order to also bring justice to the families of Trey, Torrance, and Kyle. I have linked their GoFundMe page in the description box, so if you have the money, please donate or at least send the link to other people that could. Please, please, please. Please stay safe, don't do too much. In fact, go on a walk, take some fresh air, do what you gotta do and keep pushing, because that's all we can do as of right now. And just remember that this is your life. Do not let anyone fearmonger you from what you want to pursue. I'll see you guys next time on Jaded.